Oh, baby, you talking about you loving me. Every time I'm alone with you, you keep talking about you loving me. Hey, baby. What's up, y'all?
Oh, the lady blue, you so silly. Silly indeed. That's me, y'all. Silly indeed. Can y'all hear me? Let me get my set right. There I go. Check, check. That's y'all ain't ready for that. But y'all may be ready for this. What's up, y'all? L's up. Man, I'm trying to get this thing on. So I'm doing a lot of tests with it and everything today, y'all. Welcome in Little Lady Blue podcast. Y'all can go back and watch it like this. Today we're gonna talk about one topic is about why were the Jacksons so successful and one reason why. And one reason why the Jacksons were so successful is because of the work that they put in, you guys. The work that they put in. We saw the movie and everything. We watched the movie uh, uh, where Angela Bassett played the mom, and the Jackson family and everything how it came together. But one reason why the Jacksons were successful, in my opinion, one one reason why the Jacksons were successful is because the daddy Jackson, Joe, he made them put in the work, y'all, to be successful. So if y'all just tuned in, watch Little Lady Blue podcast, you got a little that Barry right at the beginning. Um, but to be in the entertainment business, to be successful, you have to put in the hard work. So Little Lady Blue podcast. You guys get to my page, watch, like, and subscribe. That's the one when we got the big blue wig. That's the Little Lady Blue podcast, basically built around entertaining and entertainment. You guys shows. So today's show, we topic we're talking about. One reason why the uh, the Jacksons were successful, and that's because, like I said, Joe made them put in the work to be successful. We wouldn't have Jermaine, Janet, Tito, Randy. If y'all just tune in, you can put it in the chat. Hell, if I miss one, help me out. Jermaine, Tito, Jackson, Michael, uh, uh, Janet, Reby, uh, Latoya. You know what I'm saying? You guys, if I missed a couple of them, you put them in the chat right now. We wouldn't have them if Joe wouldn't have put the work ethic in them to be successful. So to be a successful entertainer, you have to do the work and put the work in. So we wouldn't have had Michael Jackson with the he. We wouldn't have had that. So that's one of the reasons why they was because when as we saw in the movie, that Angela Bassett played in, you guys, Joe was like, now the kids can't come out and play. The other little kids want to come out and play YouTube, but Joe was like, no, they can't come out and play because they got work to do on learning these songs. When he seen that his talent, time kind of got past him, and plus he had to provide for the kids, he figured he'd reach back, and that's what it's supposed to be, reach back into the children and see what type of talent they got. And when he saw their talent, he realized that he had to do something with it. So just them having the talent wasn't going to be enough, but the fact that they put in the work, which means those young children at a young age, they got chance to be in a lot of talent shows. They work with a lot of big people, trainers and stuff like that. That's another thing. They didn't just get on the street and do the snake and the hump and all. Them folks actually had professional people to come in and teach them routine dances. So they had professional dancers to teach them how to move and to do their things. So they actually couldn't come out and play at when they got out of school because they had work to do with learning music the correct way, learning how to uh, you know, sing, dance, and notes and instruments. They really got into that, so they put the work in. That's one reason they became successful. You know what I'm saying? And we watched the movie a lot of time. And you guys probably seen the movie. Y'all probably say, "Well, Joe was pretty hard on him, and this and that." But if you don't, if he shit, man, if he wasn't hard on him, would we really have Michael Jackson today? Would we have had a Michael Jackson today? Which he is still a legend today, you guys. Would we have had that, the late great Michael Jackson? Would we have had that? Today we have had the Jackson Five today. If Joe wasn't as hard on them, so you guys can put that in the chat, and I'll shout you out right now. You're tuning in with Little Lady Blue podcast. Listen, I need y'all to watch, like, and subscribe with these shows. Listen to them. They got great points. Share them, share them, share them, y'all. So thumbs up, thumbs up. Listen, would we have a successful group like the Jackson Five if they hadn't have put the work in? That's one reason that they were successful, and they are successful, and am successful. Let me say, because groups like that, when you talk about the Jackson Five, you talking about the Temptations, you talking about you going all the way back to the Four Tops, you going all the way back to come on, y'all, come on. If I miss, come and put them in there. Put them in there right now. We talking about the Four Tops. We talking about the Blue Notes. You going back to groups like the Barcades, Cameo. You going back to Ashley Brothers. Man, so many timeless groups. You know what I'm saying? That they gave great music, great entertainment. And all that. But those people really were able to provide us with the entertainment that really stood the test of time. So, when you talk about the Jacksons, that's a timeless group right there. I love that people do what they do today, but groups like that, I'm still looking. It's some great stuff going on today, but it's like the type of talent that they had. I don't know, or they have the words I'm looking for. I don't know today if it can be touched, because when you talk about Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson looked up to people like James Brown, the type of dancing and moves and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's like electrifying. We got some great people today and some great dancers and stuff today, but it was something about them was just timeless. That's the word I could say. So when you take groups like that, they put in the work to become. They didn't just get on stage with a battery in a jukebox or nothing like that. Them folks actually put in the moves. They put in the moves to give you, and they sung the songs to move you. You know what I'm saying? To put you in the mood, the right mood to, man, they gave you entertainment. Let's just take one of my favorite. We also had we have the Jackson Five. One of my favorite Jackson Five songs for me is "Can You Feel It." That was one of my favorite ones that they did when they did "Can You Feel It." And the video came out, and put it into your favorite Jackson Five songs right now. That's one of my favorite ones. "Can You Feel It?" There was a song that brought everybody together in love. Can you feel it? Something is happening in the world. You can feel it. You see what I'm saying? Can you? I think it was Jermaine hollering at them. Can you feel it? One of them, Jackie, one of them was, can you? They just brought everybody together in love with what they did, y'all. So that was one of my favorite ones for it. But like I said, those people put in the work to become the Jackson Five. Joe Jackson, he made sure that those children made it, arrived, and no matter what it took, that they put in the work to become the legends that they are today. And you talking about groups like the Isley Brothers. What's one of your favorite Isley Brothers songs? You can put that in the chat right now. One of my favorite Isley Brothers songs. Okay, one of my favorite Isley Brothers songs is "Who's That Lady? Who's That Lady?" And the guy, he just, I think it was Rudolph Randolph. That man could play that guitar. And it's just, they had their own sound. That's the best way I could say it. We don't even want to talk about the Temptations and on and on. Yeah. So those groups, like I said, was timeless, and they put in the work to become the groups that they are. They practice every day, all day. And back then, see, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, back then they didn't have what we have today. We got a lot of software, computer stuff to make you sound like something that you probably really not. Those people actually can sing. Michael Jackson, when he sung, he could actually sing. Ron Asher, them folks were singing. They were singing back then, and today, and still today, they were singing. So they didn't have no voice box. They didn't have no this is stuff they got now. That software, computer software. You didn't take the music; they actually played the music from the guitars and the guitars and the pianos. They actually played the music. Can you imagine? Do you know how hard that is? You know. But if you got the talent, you got the talent. They actually played the music. So one reason why, like I said, the Jacksons was so, and people just loved them. They were so handsome. The boys were so handsome that they had faces that man and the talent. They just went right along with their talent. The girls was crazy about them. So they had the looks, they had the moves, they can sing. They actually had the talent to make it. Plus, they had the work ethic, the main important thing. And without somebody recognizing that, and it starts in the home. Their own father recognized that, hey, we have a chance to for the dream to still come through with these young men, and he put them to work, y'all. And what you say? What you say, anime? What you say? Hey, he put them to work, and that's how we have the Jackson Five today. And plus, let's not even talk about the young ladies in their family, like Janet Jackson, Rebe Jackson. Yeah, I remember Rebe had that song, Centipede. I like that jam too. That was a bad one. She sung that. She did that. That was one of her biggest ones right there, Centipede. And y'all, I can't even begin to talk about Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson is timeless, damn near by herself. I mean, she's still acting, singing, performing, and just like it was so many years ago, ain't nothing changed. So those people put in the work to become as successful as they are, and that's how they become timeless. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of artists today, I'm not hating on none, bashing them. That's cool. They make a song and they in the studio, they out the studio, bam, it's on radio, bam, 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 this, that. But these people actually put in the work and it showed off. That's why I believe they're gonna be around even in times to come. Groups like that, you're gonna hear from that, probably from your great, 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 great grandkids. You're gonna hear about those groups because they was just that timeless. It was just that good, y'all. So if you just tuning in, Little Lady Blue podcast, L's up, one love, y'all is out in love, L's up. Put it in the chat right now. Little Lady Blue shot you out. What was your favorite timeless group? Mine was the Jacksons. And so it was like the 80s and 90s for me. It was the Jacksons, and I'm telling you, they were a hell of a group. And one reason, like I said, they was successful. That was one is that they put in the work. And it's like I said on the movie, it seemed it kind of rough to us, but that's what it took for them to, get to where they at, to get the breaks, to get what they needed to get to make it out. So I wanted to share that with you guys. You can watch, like, and subscribe to the show. I need y'all to watch, like, subscribe, and share. But what is your favorite timeless group? If you got one, what is your favorite time group? Put it in the comment section, y'all, and then let us know. Why? Why do you feel that they are timeless? I mean, what made them successful where they can be even in that category? You see what I'm saying? In that category. So, back then, groups before them, they paved the way. A lot of those groups, they went through a lot of things. When we say timeless, they've been through a lot of things, just opening doors for the next generation, and people of all, people of all races, of all color and creed, come together and enjoy music, and then just actually enjoy music. They paved the way, and they got better and better. But those people, those artists, those entertainers, they put in hard work for them to get to be timeless. And you got artists today that do that as well. That has done that. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing it. Put it like that. They're doing it now. I mean, we see them and we just see, but we don't really know what the artists go through to become, to do what they do, man. They rehearsing every day, all day, cutting them records. They're in the studio while you sleep, sweating, and putting them songs down, putting them together, trying to get the album going, So it takes work, man. You got to have great work ethic, and you got to have drive, you got to have drive, because we know that even when the Jacksons was doing it, you had groups like the Silvers. The Silvers was out there too, y'all. The Silvers, if y'all remember the Silvers, hotline, talking about they was kind of right with them, and they had a little brother that can sing and sound kind of just like Michael Jackson. But what made the Jacksons just, it was just something about the Jacksons that, man, I don't know what it was, but yeah, it's almost no words for them. They were just outstanding. You know what I'm saying? At everything they did. So I think their work ethic and their dedication, and they really had somebody really in there with them, pushing them, and saying, hey, y'all gonna win. And that kind of pushed them to be one of the best groups, timeless groups today, the Jackson Five. So like I said, you can put it in the chat. What do y'all think about that? Put it in the comment sections. As you watch this video, watch, like, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let me give me a little drink. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So, today, will we really have had Michael Jackson, a Jackson Five, if it wasn't for their father or the work ethic that they had to become as successful as they are today, and timeless as they are? So I think that plays. That's one reason why I can't stress that enough. But the whole family was really talented. So they had people to look up to, like James Brown. Y'all seen Michael Jackson do a lot of his. He really watched James Brown. But let me say this: James Brown, the moves and stuff James Brown was doing, even for back then, man, you can't just copy that. You had to really be able to dance and move to be able to copy or get down with James Brown. So when Michael Jackson, he actually watched and learned James Brown. You see what I'm saying? He actually watched and learned him. Y'all know how hard that was for him to do that in them days and time, and he was on it. He kind of brought it to a newer level, So to be able to watch James Brown and start moving and stuff like James Brown and stuff like that, man, that young man had the work ethic, he had the heart, and he had the confidence that he knew that he was and it paid off. And he today became one of the greatest entertainers ever, So people like him, Whitney Houston, Chris, them people actually put the work in. They actually had the talent. They had what it takes. The groups thing, they had what it takes. The work ethic that it takes to do it. Not just the talent, but they had the work ethic that it took to make them successful. So that's one reason why today they are timeless, y'all. So with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. We'll come back with some more great topics. This show is based on just entertainment in the whole field of entertainment. You see what I'm saying? Entertainers in the whole field. So I hope y'all enjoy a lot of the ones that I do. Enjoy some of the videos that I have done. Get on my page, watch, like, subscribe, and share, y'all. And do me a favor, everybody. Put your ears in the air and say it with me. One love. Peace out. I'm out. Till the next time.